This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Morning.
On the podcast today, find out what...
We can't go on.
Hang on.
Pen, Natalie.
He's dropped his pen.
It wasn't a pen, it was a Sharpie, sorry. I like to be authentic. It's a Sharpie.
Have you got it now?
Yeah, I've got right there.
It's Nathan Sharpie.
That was the best stuff that was on the show. And it was on the show.
Exactly, that was-
We won't hear that. So, I'd probably hang up now.
Find out what went wrong on my weekend.
Just about everything is the
I
answer.
know, and Scooby-Doo's involved.
Oh, unbelievable. Hey, Caitlin Bassett joins us for a bit of a drawing game today, but we do have a chat to her about sport and her weekend in particular.
Megan can't wait for Sean to die. And we know that officially because
That's true,
she
Nate.
laughs at anything that brings you close to death, Sean.
Gee, she revelled in the fact that you came last in the family mini golf
Oh, she absolutely
competition.
revelled in it.
Revelled in
But
it.
to Nathan's point, though, I do sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, and she'll get that one too to make sure you can't see it coming.
That's right. Plus, we loved the story of the woman who hooked up with a guy when she was 19,
Yeah.
and that guy turns out to be the newest pope.
Oh,
And
my God,
I,
Leo.
for the people, have a word to Hungry Jacks.
This is Nathan, Nat, and Sean on Nova 937.
It's 6:03, Nathan Nat and Sean. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday.
Good to be here. How good.
Hello.
Love it.
How bad's the weekend?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't get to come to work.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
possibility of a
I
sleep
do.
in.
I
The
do come to
sun
work.
shining.
I come in here and do shows, like back-to-back shows.
Back to back,
Yeah.
just to make sure
Oh, yeah.
you don't lose the rhythm.
Yeah.
They just tell you you can do that, Nathan, but
Yeah.
nobody, it doesn't,
Actually,
nobody
not
hears
even
it.
on. But they make you come in.
Yeah. I swear on it too, this show. So it's like Nathan's curse words, it's called.
Oh, that'd be good, actually. That'd be a good show.
Yeah. You know when someone like makes up a curse word? It's like, that's got all the things that you need for a curse word. It's got the
Yeah.
cur and the tur.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
In the appropriate places.
13, 24, 10. What's a word that sounds like a swear word, but it's not?
I'd like to hear it, actually.
Kumquat.
Caitlin Bassett's joining us later this morning.
Kumquat.
Bassett.
Bit of sport to
Sounds
talk
like-
about.
Yeah, that'll be good. We're looking forward to that one. We've got a new game this morning, which could mean that you will walk away with $1,000 cash.
We've got to get artistic about it, though, and this only suits one person in the team.
Hey.
That's good.
I'm coming into my own, but you know me, I crumble in the face of
That's
any
true.
pressure.
That's
Any
true.
pressure, Sean, even tyre pressure.
Yeah.
Have you noticed so many of those servos don't have the little bloody air hose anymore, and they go, it's broken.
Yeah.
There's something bigger going on there. There's something bigger going on there.
Big
They pay for that
conspiracy.
air. They wouldn't charge us for the
Cost
air.
of living.
That's what's
Cost of
happening.
living. They're bringing
Cost
down
of
the
living.
price.
No, because
Yeah.
that's pressurised air. So the air people.
So
Do they pay the air or the pressurisation of the air, or is that just free?
There's a cost associated with the machine, I
But
presume.
wouldn't a machine exist that could just suck the air because there's air everywhere?
No, but the
around us
machine
now.
costs you.
I think in the
actual
places that
machine.
you've gone to that you can't use the air, if you go inside and buy 2 Mars bars and a Coke, you can
Yes,
use the air.
it's
It's one of those
included.
deals.
Oh, right. And that's only going to set you back $28, Sean.
It's a loss leader.
The airworks at the one near me, Nathan,
Does it?
if you need to drop by
Oh,
at the
that's
moment.
good.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
working.
the airworks are the ones that also sell firewood,
Yeah.
which lends itself to the rich areas, Natalie.
that have firewood because they can't afford heating.
No, because they've got fireplaces and stuff like that, Sean. The firewood can't be sold at like the non-rich places because we'll use them as weapons.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
That's a great point.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Righto, let me tell you about why I've got these glasses, but that's really just a small part of the story.
Right.
So Natalie's wearing some Thelma glasses from Scooby-Doo.
Yep, and they're not my prescription glasses.
good.
They're just magnified, so I can't really see when I'm
You
wearing
burn
them.
ants. That's about it.
So, yeah, exactly. So, here's what happened over my weekend. So, Friday night, I had book club, and when I got home, it was a hot. Friday was hot.
Yeah, it was
a
warm
hot
out.
night.
Yeah, particularly the
When
Arvo.
I got to sleep. It was nearly midnight. I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
But I was hot as well, so I got up and turned the fan on. So I've got a ceiling fan in my
So
bedroom.
you chose a fan instead of the air conditioning?
Yeah, because it was
That's
right there.
interesting for
Otherwise,
you.
I would have had to get up and walk all the way. Yeah, so I'm like, I do the fan. I just
This
need
is the
a
tricks
bit of
that Lewis should
air,
learn.
air movement. And then I kind of dozed off. And it's about 40 minutes later, I woke up and I went, I'm still hot.
Yeah.
What's that noise? What's that
Were you
noise?
sleeping in the oven?
It was a weird kind of scraping noise, and I couldn't figure out what it was.
So hot and scraping.
Raping.
And then I turn on my lamp and I realised that the fan is not moving. And then I realised I can smell burning.
No.
Oh, shit, Nat.
And that was the motor of the fan burning out.
Oh.
So I got up and turned it off, and then
I would
there
turn
was
it on more to stop the
no, there was a
fire
pop.
that's coming.
There was a pop, and then I didn't realise at the time, but the fuse got.
Oh,
blown.
right.
So in the morning when because the lamp's a different circuit.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just turned it off. But the smell of burning, that
Burning
electrical
ceiling fan.
burning,
Yeah.
Yes.
That's danger.
strong.
Yeah.
But then I just went to sleep because I'm
stuff.
like,
Good stuff. You're
am I
fine.
going to burn to death? I don't know. It's off now. I just figured it's a problem for tomorrow. So that was the start of my weekend. Then last night, it was Mother's Day. It's lovely, but I did a Mother's Day gig
Yes.
at the Rechabite in
that's
the
right.
city,
Yeah.
which is great. It went great. It was sold out. Brilliant crowd. Everybody had a great night. It was so wonderful. So much fun. I had a few friends come, caught up with them afterwards. Everything's
Wonderful.
so
Perfect,
lovely.
wonderful.
Just
wow.
perfect.
You've erased that bad experience with the ceiling fan by then.
Perfect. And then when I was leaving from the car park, which is the library car park.
Yep.
And you go in and out for Francis Street.
Sure,
I
not
think.
the Northbridge Club. It's the,
The actual
Yeah, totally
state
across from
library
that.
one. So
Don't
there's a car
understand
park
it.
underneath, and there's the way it runs. Somebody had to let me in, and you've
Yeah.
got to do a hard turn to get around into the
it's a lot.
queue, and so I'm waiting then, and then I've sort of reached down to get my ticket, and I then take off, and as I take off to go through the boom gate, because I'd come around anyway, I have
What?
mashed the front right-hand side of my car. Good morning to our friends at Melville Mazda, whose car it is.
Where were you to stop that from happening in Melville Mazda?
And the sensor didn't make a noise,
No.
and I think it's because it's actually it's a railing.
Do you reckon the sensor
And
is
I
like
think the
the
sensor-
sensor doesn't pick up things that any idiot should say?
The sensor didn't. I think it wasn't next. The sensor wasn't
Yeah, I
seeing
got ya.
because of the.
It was in a blind spot.
And there's
because you
clearly
move so quickly, though.
And so quickly. I mean, Fast and the Furious.
the damage it has done to this car
Oh, you're
from
Vin
a
Diesel.
standing start.
Oh, Nat. But remember,
It's not good.
Remember when I did the scraping of the pole and that was like, and I was saying, no, it's just all paint.
Yeah, but that was
No,
with
no,
your
no.
legs.
But like, yeah,
Oh,
but
no,
this is serious.
considerably
Can we
worse.
go down and look at it live?
I can't. It makes a terrible noise when I make a hard right turn.
Oh, you've done some
some proper damage from a standing start. It's kind of carved it open a bit
Yeah.
like a can opener in one spot.
Dude,
It's
I
not
told you,
good.
but Natalie, really, you've got to stop at the start of the Quip Motorplex when you're lining up there.
Yeah. That's it.
That's her everywhere. She just takes off.
So
Problem.
So that.
Okay.
And then I got home and realised that I've left my glasses.
Oh,
I've left
at the
them.
Rechabite.
I assume backstage at the Rechabite, but I don't know. I could have sworn that I had them. And so I wandered around my house for a long time. I went right through the car
Yeah,
again.
you obviously found your
Went-
Scooby-Doo dress-up box.
Yeah,
That was
well,
fine.
exactly.
So
the cars.
Can we go down there and see it? Like, we'll go down there and to see it and get our reactions live on what it's going to be.
3 strikes.
Great
that's a
weekend.
stiff one.
Great
Well, it's just
weekend.
done, though.
Highs and lows, but the highs were high and the lows were low.
But at least the most expensive part of it is being sorted out by Melville Mazda.
Yes. Well, I had inquired one time before about what the excess, how much you have to pay for the excess.
Yep.
It's $1,000.
$1,000 excess. You don't,
that
you don't have that kind of money. You've got things
that
to buy that you
weekend
like.
just cost me $1,000, and I need a new fan.
Well, if we say Melville Mazda a couple more times, we can cover it. Melville Mazda. Melville Mazda. Zoom,
Get your Mazdas at Melville Mazda.
Zoom. Greg and Joel.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
It was big news when we got a new pope last week, Sean. For the world, for the Catholics, obviously. It's
It was
an
amazing,
important,
mate.
Oh,
It was
important
amazing.
announcement.
Well, I was-
Sean was having some special
You
moments
see
that
that?
morning.
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a TikTok has emerged. There's a girl called Louisa. They did a bit of a family FaceTime while the new pope was being announced. Let's have a listen.
It's Bob. It's Bob Primos. It's literally Bob Primos. Yes. It's literally Bob. Mom's situationship is the Pope of the Catholic Church. Oh my God.
What?
My mom hooked up with the Pope.
Her mum hooked up with
Her
the Pope.
mum
So-
hooked up with a Pope.
Turns out when her mum was 19, and obviously the Pope was considerably younger as well, they got together and had a bit of a situationship, and then they went on to live their lives.
So she was part of she was the cardinal sin part of his story.
Yes,
Part of his initiation.
yes, but imagine that,
As
like
a- as a-
because,
as a
you know,
Pope,
when you the people you hook up when you're with.
Yeah.
When you're 19, they're
Yes.
not, they can be a diverse group of people.
Oh, they can.
And And
called
to think that
experimenting.
one of them would go on to become the
the Pope.
Pope.
That
is
is
wonder-
unbelievable.
mind-boggling.
Now, was it just
is
get with,
unbelievable.
or did he take her as a lover?
They didn't go into
Specify?
any great detail, but it was
You would want to know, don't you? Know?
Because what if that,
relatively intimate.
okay, what if the Pope was the world's best lover, and then he just gave it up?
But also,
It's disappointing.
if he did, like, obviously he has given it up. What if she was the one that he
some of
went,
them don't.
I'm not, this is it, it's over.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that again.
Or she went on to
right
have
from-
she went on to have a child with him, and she didn't tell him because those things happen with one of those casual hookups.
baby Pope. So
And
when
then the
you
Pope
start-
comes out and goes, "Hey, this is your child."
When you start your
Holy
journey
Father.
to cardinalism, what do you do? Like straight away you can say, "I want to be a cardinal." So whereabouts do you have
You
to
don't-
leave the ladies and the ladies?
You don't start as a cardinal. You
No,
start
no,
as
no,
a
no,
priest.
no.
So you've got
You're
to
on
go
the
into
way
that.
to a cardinal, I'm
You go,
saying.
yeah, I'm
You'll
telling
start
you.
your- yeah.
You go
Well,
into the
being the
seminary.
priesthood.
So when does
which
it-
is like a university.
So that's
for
where it
priests.
starts.
Yeah.
As
So
soon as you
I don't know
start
how many
studying-
years in.
As soon as you start
you're
studying,
you're studying.
okay, you paid your fees,
You're
Yes.
committed,
Your hex.
your hex,
You got a hex.
your hex,
Got a hex
and
there.
then right from that point on, no more
ladies.
ladies or men even, probably. Oh.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a loose rule. But okay, that's interesting. That's a big decision.
Well, that is a big decision, but being in her position,
Yeah.
and watching someone like that,
Mate.
And you're like,
It's the
I've
Pope saying-
known him in the biblical sense.
Without knowing too much about any of it and just like making it up, Justin Trudeau, I reckon, would have had because he's hot.
Yeah.
And hot people usually have a lot more sex than ugly people.
As a rule.
As a rule, because it's easier.
I've seen the graphs.
Yeah, no, I have. I've watched a documentary on it. So, like, he would have slayed,
Yeah.
he would have gone. There would be many women that have gone, I've slept with Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, so when he's announced as Prime Minister, they went, oh, yeah, been there. I mean, that is impressive.
Think about back in the day,
That's
right?
impressive. Yeah.
And I'm apologising for bringing your name up right now, but I know you listen. Rick Arden. Rick Arden was like hot as chips when he became the youngest,
newsreader,
one of the
yes,
youngest
yeah, he was in
newsreaders.
his
He was going out
20s.
clubs and stuff like that. There
Yeah.
were thousands of people that slept with Rick Arden, I reckon. Thousands, Rick. Thousands.
We want to know somebody that you hooked up with in the past.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
they go on to do something
Now,
quite
have you
impressive?
slept with Nick Scully?
Where you,
Because he's
where
having a
you
sale, did you know?
see them on TV or whatever and go, oh, yeah, no, that
Yeah.
I've done that.
Can they be a person that you've seen on TV over a major thing, but it's not a good thing necessarily?
Oh,
Like Ozzy
they're in
Osbourne?
prison now.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I slept with a murderer.
Committing a crime.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
As long as I weren't committing it then. I was
right.
committing another crime. Sean.
That's right.
All right, so have you slept with somebody, and it doesn't have to be a famous person.
Does it have to be sleep with or just hooked up?
Yeah.
You just hooked up with them.
Yeah,
Just suck face
okay.
with
The
them.
most we want nothing less than tongues.
So, but you can look at the TV and go, yeah, no, I've done
my
that.
tongue's been in their mouth and their
So
tongue's been in my
if
mouth.
everybody,
Minister.
and you know what's going to happen? There's just going to be a bunch of people that hooked up with Sean McManus back in the
Sean.
day.
No, I'm not. We're not
Sure.
taking any of those.
And that's right.
calls,
And you know what? That's a good idea, Natalie. We are taking current ones as well.
not one.
If it happened over the weekend, so be it.
Yeah.
Well, look, my history is not exactly a clean slate, but what about you two? Because
No.
you've been playing it close.
No,
Straight from the nunnery.
Oh, look at
Sean.
that. Exactly.
Sure, no. We're very innocent. Like, honestly.
Until proven guilty.
No. Like over the weekends, Natalie and I might as well be building orphanages. Just like another
And
orphanage.
that's for
Natalie.
our entire lives. I mean, remember, Nathan had the opportunity and chose road tennis.
Remember?
So,
Road
There
tennis.
was a sailor on me.
all right, why aren't people
Kissing me,
calling?
and I pushed him off to play tennis on the road.
13, 24,
That's why I'm
10.
single.
Did you hook up
another
with
reason.
somebody and way back in your past, and now you can look at them and go, no, there's somebody now, and I can say
maybe-
I've been there.
It could be the principal at your child's school.
Yes, we don't judge. No judgment.
No,
here.
you're the first person he caned. Hello, Tamara from Jundana.
Hi, Tamara.
Hi.
Hi, Tam.
guys.
So,
Good
Tamara,
morning.
you know what? We did have some calls for a while, and then we got like a whole bunch of calls, and then you're the remaining call.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting.
That means
Oh,
your
wow.
quality.
Okay.
Quality.
What happened?
I was listening. I was like, should I? Shouldn't I? And
You
then I was
should.
like, oh, goddamn. let's just
Quickly,
get
anyone
this
that's
over.
listening to our show and they go, should I, shouldn't I? You should.
Do
'Cause
it.
We need the ratings.
Absolutely.
Here we go. So it wasn't me, it was my girlfriend, but I was there at the time, and we were living in London many years ago.
Okay.
And we were out one night, and these guys started chatting to us, and one of them was quite interested in her, and I was a bit like miffed because it was her, not me, but whatever.
Oh.
And I know, always a bridesmaid. And then here's the other guy saying, like, do you know who he is? And we're like, no, like who? And he goes, oh, I'm his manager. And we're like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what a
that
pickup
old chestnut.
line. These two English geezers.
Yeah.
And he's going, oh, he's a footballer. And they're like trying to bust out all these football-style moves to us. And we're like, yeah, not impressed. Anyway, turns out she's, having a little bit of a party pash with him a bit later on, and he wants to take her home. And she decided, no, not doing that because we're good Aussie chicks.
Yeah.
And,
No one
That's the
believed.
funniest part.
it turns out it was Rio Ferdinand.
Rio Ferdinand, Manchester United captain.
Really? Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
Yeah. And we still didn't realise until we saw him on the news weeks later. We're like, dude, it was him. They were bullshitting us.
Oh my God! So wait, they're currently was he married or anything at the time? Did you do any research?
Well, not that I know of.
I so she could have been the footballer's wife.
Could have been a wag.
Could have
Well,
been.
he would have been on an
Yeah,
enormous
could have
amount
been.
of money. Like, they won all the trophies back then, too, when he
Yeah.
was playing.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Yeah,
how much
this
his
is
worth.
I don't want to, divulge how long ago, but it was at least 20 years ago.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
oh
maybe
God!
more.
Imagine Sean
But
getting
he was-
relegated
he
into
was
his
someone.
league.
Oh, they're saying that
Yeah.
Rio Ferdinand net worth is 75 mil.
Oh well, that's okay. Who's she with now? Is he just as good?
Oh, yeah, he's not bad. He does all right.
Is he
Yeah.
making around?
Yeah,
What was it,
but
Sean?
Is he worth 75 mil?
75 mil?
Probably not, no. And I would have been happy to be the bridesmaid to that, still.
Wouldn't it be
That would be
terrible,
a nice
right?
party.
Like, so you guys go out together, and then he puts his attention on her, and that's like a real bummer. But wouldn't it be terrible if you had lent her that top? Wouldn't you be like
And that's his opening
enraged?
line. Love what you're wearing.
Girls, don't lend out your top to your friend.
No.
No. Might look hotter in it.
Exactly. That is a
There you
big,
go.
big
Heaps
concern.
of lessons here.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Timo.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
The Pope
Absolutely.
is there. The Pope is there in front of his big red curtain.
Yes,
maroon
his first
curtain.
big address.
It just looks so Star Wars, doesn't it? Like an Imperial
Oh,
Guard
yeah,
sort of
right.
situation. But that white outfit he's wearing, his Pope clothes. Would he have a spare one in case he got spilt coffee on it?
Oh, there'd be
But
lots
also,
and lots of
have
clothing.
they just in the last week knocked it up in his size, or do you know what I mean? Like he was.
That's like a Valance. That's a
No, but he'd have a white outfit like that, whether it's...
cricket.
like that he,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
brought with him
Exactly.
in his bag.
Well, there'd been many...
But how? Okay, so Sean, say he's out for a whole day, right? And he's got his whites on, and then he's going
spilled
here,
something.
going somewhere for lunch, and then rah.
Yeah.
There's several opportunities for him to
True.
have a stain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pasta sauce. It'll get you.
So would they have? Can the Pope be stained?
No.
Oh, so it just like.
Because God should be able to
Oh, God defends it.
God defend.
Oh, it just bats it away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Like
nappy
amazing.
sand.
It
Yeah.
doesn't seem to do that for you.
Yeah, do you reckon? I think God's
I
got
need
some
a
other
couple more
things to
hours.
trade on with Sean.
Come on, God. He's done everything. He's really got on board with your Catholicism. So let's start looking
Has
after
he
him with the
spoken
State
American
Department.
yet? Has the Pope spoken
I
American
don't think
yet?
he has. I don't think that speech
I like that.
either.
You know, it's a very, very good move.
His speech, he said no more war. And I mean, I appreciate the sentiment.
But what are you doing?
You've got no
But I mean,
choice.
thank
You've
you.
got
I
to roll
promised.
that line out.
I promised
I know.
Coca-Cola water fountains for North Carolina
Yeah.
Primary School.
Yeah.
I didn't deliver them.
No.
To this date, it's still water. That's
What
my
do you
point.
know?
Yeah.
It's a very unpopular thing to do. isn't it?
Another lying politician. No, you, not him.
Natalie, I was going to say, don't say stuff about the religious people.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast. Last quarter.
Spend more time doing you things, like cheering on your home team from the Bankwest best seats.
All right, strap yourselves in. What?
Yeah, hello?
It's time for a round of last quarter.
Yep, 4 questions, 4 quarters. Last man standing takes the prize.
That's right. We've got Sam up first. Hello, Sam.
Hello, how are you?
Right,
Morning, Sam.
Sam, a personal question, really personal. How do you win the last quarter?
I have no idea.
Sam, what are you talking
Well,
about?
you know what?
Did we put in a rule?
We say it all the
We put in a
time.
caveat.
How do you win the last quarter?
No, she doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
does not know.
I literally just hopped in the car and thought I'd ring.
Oh, Sam.
That's really
Sam,
nice.
you know
Sam.
what? You've really hurt Perth right now. We'll find out why in a minute. Hello, Rachel.
Hi.
Are you okay?
Morning, Rachel.
Rachel, are you okay? Or are you reeling from Sam's response?
Well, I'm thinking the same as Sam. I go for St Kilda, so I immediately rang.
Okay.
So, Rachel, if we ask you how do you win the last quarter, do you know what the answer is?
I want to say like kicking a goal, but I don't know if it's right.
You
Not the
two
right answer.
ladies in this modern world.
Can I just say, though,
Yeah.
last year we did a severe amount of marketing when it comes to the last quarter.
I know.
I just feel like the people upstairs who haven't given us the budget to put this out there to the general public is really costing us.
You're right, we do
Right.
need stickers.
All right, so 1, 2, 3. How do you win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
Come on, we can't be clearer. All right, so here is what can happen. Oh, remember, up for grabs, 2 premium Bankwest best seats to see the Eagles take on at St Kilda this Sunday. Premium seating, food and drinks, all included,
It'll
right?
be their first win of the season. I reckon
Now,
it will be.
You girls are in the first quarter. We will ask a question. Buzz in with your name if you know the answer. You get it right, you're through to the second quarter. You get it wrong, and the other person goes through to the second quarter. All right, let's test your buzzers. Sam?
Sam.
Rachel?
Rachel.
They don't know. They think you're playing Yahtzee. All right, here we go for the first quarter question. What is the nickname of the Geelong AFL team?
Rachel.
Rachel?
The cat.
The Cats is
The Cats,
correct.
that's right.
Rachel's through to the second quarter. Bye, Sam.
By Sam. She
Sam.
wouldn't have won anyway. She doesn't know how.
Rachel, in the second quarter, you're taking on Sarah from Baldivis. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Morning, Sarah.
Sarah, how do you win the last quarter, Sarah?
You win the last quarter.
Yes,
That's
see?
how it's
No, from now on, you win the last quarter, Rachel.
Rachel. All right, let's test your buzzer, Sarah.
Sarah.
Working well.
Here's the second quarter question. How many colours are there in a rainbow?
Sarah. Rachel.
Sarah,
7.
is correct. Bye, Rachel.
She's nailed the
Sarah
last
is
quarter.
through to the third quarter, where you're going to be taking on Christian from Joondalup. Good morning, Christian.
Good morning.
Hey, Christian.
Long-time listener, Christian.
Always.
Always.
I missed you. Missed you, Nate.
Thank you so much, mate. To honour me and my return, can you tell me how to win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
Yeah, you
Rachel.
do. All right, Christian, test your buzzer, please.
Christian.
It's working. All right, here we go. Third quarter question. Which Aussie singer had the hit Chandelier?
Sarah.
Christian.
Sarah
Sia.
is
Sia.
correct. Sarah
Sia.
is through to the
See you,
last
Christian.
quarter, where you're taking on Steph from Dawesville. Morning, Steph.
Morning, guys.
So
Hi,
it's come
Steph.
down to this, Steph. And who would have thought you against your arch nemesis, Sarah? How do you win the last quarter, Steph?
You win the last quarter, my friend.
See?
Absolutely.
Not that
So,
hard, is it?
Steph, do you follow an AFL team? Because Sarah's with the Saints.
Same.
Saint.
Saint.
Both of you. So you're desperate to go to
okay.
this weekend's game.
Let's test your buzzer, Steph.
Steph.
Beautiful. Okay, it's Sarah v. Steph. This is the last quarter.
You're going to pop back into history for this one, guys.
Good.
What decade did West Coast join the AFL?
Sarah.
Sarah for the win.
In the 90s. Steph.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No,
Steph.
Steph, what are you going to say, Steph? Steph, what are you going to say?
Was it the 80s?
Yes, it's the
Steph,
80s!
you're right, and you were going to win anyway because Sarah stuffed it up. Steph, you have done it. Just swooped in like that. 2 premium Bankwest best seats to see the Eagles take on St Kilda this Sunday. Premium seating, food and drinks all
Who are
included.
you going to take with you?
My mum's been desperate to go. So
Oh, Steph, that's great.
Sarah's been
Right.
desperate to go too.
See what happens? You win 3 quarters. It's not enough, Nate, because you need to win the
The last quarter.
quarter.
The last quarter, guys.
1987 is when the West Coast Eagles first kicked
Okay,
off
guys,
their
let's talk about
AFL.
something serious right now. Are we going to put in the permanent rule that if you don't know how to win the last quarter, you cannot play the last quarter?
Yes.
Because you should
All right.
know.
You've been warned.
Everyone, Amy, is that okay? Yeah, we'll get the lawyers on there. Yep. No, okay,
Yeah,
that's
done.
done.
We'll give the lawyers.
Because it's disrespectful.
Oh, and we can't give the people heads up before they get through to us.
If you see a tick, you don't just stand there and go, I don't know, not to just do
What do
it.
you mean?
What did you say?
We're not giving the heads up before they ring in.
Bella,
Oh, yeah, no.
Bella, who answers the phone, she's not going to tell you. You just got to know.
You got to know.
Because you know what? We've been doing this for a while now, and it's about time you're like, pull your pants up. Pull your pants up? Yeah, do that too.
Socks, I think, is what you're looking for, Sean.
So I'm looking
Your
at
socks
Sean.
and your pants.
And your pants, Sean.
Pull up everything.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I think the best thing for a relationship, what I've read, is to be transparent.
That's
No.
a good start.
Nathan, that never works.
No, I think you got to show them who you are, and you can't have secrets. And so
Sean,
Perth,
you
I'm in a
listening?
relationship with Perth.
Sorry, I'm writing this down.
Yeah, and I want to make
Slowly.
I wanna
That was the
be
first
honest.
thing again?
Well, it's
Transparency.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that means you can see through it, Sean.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yours is a bit frosted.
Some things.
No secrets here, no
Nobody
secrets.
Your
needs
glass
to
has been
know.
sandblasted in certain bits. But I over the break was doing a thing where I would like go and do activities during the day, and it was very hot. And then I saw advertised at Hungry Jack's the frozen orange and mango by Kerry situation. I love frozen oranges. I'll put
What do you mean by Kerry?
That's the brand.
I don't know, but
It's a
it's by
juice
Kerry.
brand.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I think it's over east more than here.
Well,
But yeah.
and also, is it juice? Because I tried it and I can taste nor orange nor mango in it.
Yeah, okay.
It tastes orange.
and sugary, I imagine.
Right, and I don't know why, and it's frozen, right? So it's a slushy, and for some reason it reminds me of my past. I don't know. It reminds me of school. I don't know I don't know if it tastes
Is
like
it
something
those
at school.
freezer
Yeah, I
things?
like that.
Remember
Maybe it
those-
feels high C-ish.
Remember those
Yeah, high
freezer
C.
block things that you used to rip the corn off? Didn't taste like that?
No,
I love that.
that was like a grenadine hit. This one here
Oh,
was
there
like,
was an orange one too.
yeah, I never had the orange one. Rich girl.
I think they're the same price.
Oh, okay. That's what you tell people. So anyway, I've been enjoying those, but there's an issue that has taken place, and I was going to tell Hungry Jack's in person, but I thought this is a better way to do it.
Okay.
Sure.
We're living in a world of paper straws now.
Yes.
Yeah.
The paper straw that they give you from Hungry Jack's does not outlast the duration of the beverage.
Yeah, I know.
That is an issue.
So
That-
sorry
no,
for your
So
stuff,
by
yeah.
the time, so when you get down to the bottom where you've sucked most of the juice out, no
Yeah,
juice,
yeah.
it's just cordial. When that comes out, and then you got to the bit where you need some serious sucking.
Yeah, it's already clumped together.
Oh, Sean, it's like just wet, and sometimes
Yeah, it's wet. It's pushed together.
it's uncurled, and it's broken
So
apart.
this
It's
is
like a
at the
ribbon.
end when it's just a bit at the bottom.
Yeah.
Why don't you just take the lid off and sip it?
No,
No, you have
because
to
this
in there.
stuff, this stuff, I think. As I know, it's not found in nature. I know that as well by the fact that when you tip the cup upside down, it should come down. It doesn't. And
It defies gravity.
You could bang it against a wall doing 600 and still won't budge. And you're putting it in your body. But anyway, let's not think about that stuff.
The straws.
The straws. We're living in a world now. And some people shopping centres, their paper bags, they're not strong enough to even hold you one bottle of milk. This is the thing, Sean.
I've walked out of a major supermarket many times, and the as soon as you take the weight up in your bag, it just breaks.
Yeah, I know.
And then
So why don't you use the green shopping bags?
Oh, because sometimes you forget.
You can
No, I do a
reuse
lot
them.
now.
I know,
do a lot.
and then
Sometimes you
you're
just gotta
making
go
the
in there.
decision of, do I buy another 99-cent shopping bag that goes in the car, or these ones are what, 25 cents?
25, yeah.
But then you have to buy your shopping again.
And they start off at 20. They start off as 20 cents.
Oh, they're already gouging you on the cost of the paper
Yeah.
shopping bag.
Yeah. So my point is, like, if you're going to have a drink, have the testers go in there and just, like, test how long it takes for a normal human being to be able to have that beverage, and then give us the straw that suits it. They're
The
out
problem
there.
with that statement is that you, I think, just called yourself a normal human being.
Okay,
and
look,
I think we can
maybe
all agree
then a
that's
person on
not
the
true.
planet, maybe not a person, something buying something, that something should be able to complain. And this something's angry. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, great.
I'm so sorry if you're suffering. Stay
Thank
strong.
you. Thank you. The burgers are better, Hungry Jack.
World peace. One of us hopes
straws.
for world peace.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Easy, easy, easy. Easel does it.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean are feeling the vibe. WA's best young artists on show at the West Australian Pulse. Now at the Art Gallery of WA.
Okay, up for grabs. We've got $1,000 cash to celebrate the West Australian Pulse. Now on the Art Gallery of WA, we're about to play a round of Easel Does It.
Good news too for Adam. He was our caller number 4 first through, actually. So that means he gets the opportunity to pick his team. Morning, Adam.
Morning, guys. How are we this fine morning?
We're
Great
wonderful.
ads. Okay, so you're in a privileged position because you can choose which team you want to latch onto, and then you just sit back and wait to see who wins. So your choices are in the male corner.
Hey, oh, me?
Yeah,
Go.
Nathan and Sean is one team,
Yeah.
or myself and Seabass.
Now, Seabass, what is your history with art and drawing?
I went to Perth Modern, which was a music school, very arty.
Yeah, right,
I
right.
did not do art, I did the music side.
I was on the dean's list for the design school at Curtin University.
But isn't Sean doing the drawing?
No, Sean.
No, I refuse to. Nathan's the gun.
No.
I'm the
No,
type of
no,
artist
gun.
that likes to trace things when you hold it up.
Yeah,
to
sure.
Oh, so
no,
you're
yes,
like a trace picture of Garfield.
Yes.
Righto, Adam. Whose team would you like to be on?
I'll choose the boys, please.
Do you? Why?
Because the boys are back in town, as they say.
Nathan and Sean. Okay, that means that Natasha,
Hi, Tash.
you're on the girls' team. Tash.
How you going?
Oh,
Good,
great,
Tash.
great, Tash.
You would have chosen the girls anyway, hey, Tash?
Actually, I would have.
Sisters are doing it for themselves,
Total
Sean.
faith in them.
Of course you
Okay.
do.
Sister Act 2.
All right, here's what's going to happen. So there are 3 rounds. It is 3 rounds? First 2, 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get
Wow,
3.
okay.
And this is tricky because it's like
take
a
a while.
sentence. It's like a sentence. We have
Yes.
to bring that sentence to life.
So,
There's key elements we have to get from it.
so Sean and I are doing the guessing, and Nathan and Seabass are doing the drawing. Sean and I will take off our headphones, so we will not be listening to what
Then
the
I would
item
like you to
is.
put your fingers in your head holes. Yeah.
The artwork is Dog on a Skateboard.
Okay.
He loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
All right. You know, starting yet?
No, she hasn't done anything yet.
I'm assuming the position. I me too.
She has to bend down a fair bit.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. Okay, and start drawing. Okay, it is a... What is that?
Okay,
No,
it is
a
an
dog.
animal. It's a cat.
It's a dog
Cat
on a skateboard.
Dog.
Dog on skateboard.
I think that
You're right,
finished
Sean,
it. Yeah,
I
that
did.
completed. Girls, 1 point.
Right, well done.
Yeah, it was the cat ears. That was me.
Yep. Okay.
That's nice.
Whew, 1 round to us. Okay, we've got
Second drawing.
Sorry.
You don't like...
Wait there, I'm not. I've got to turn the page.
You don't like cats?
You got nails, I think.
All right. Second thing.
The masterpiece is Octopus playing the drums.
Okay.
We're good. All right.
Okay, it is a... Octopus doing...
Octopus having
with-
dinner.
wearing
Octopus
shorts.
having a romantic dinner. Octopus playing the drums.
Girls again. And a yes from Natasha there.
Well,
Last drawing.
They're
Seabass.
getting the octopus... Yeah.
I should have drawn 8 drumsticks right.
All right.
Okay, Sean, block your ears.
Page is
Oh,
flipped.
wait, it's all right. I keep forgetting to flip my own page.
All right, listen while you
We
flip.
have a page flicker in here tomorrow. What?
Here it is.
This artwork is Baby driving a car.
We good? Okay, we've started. Okay. Snowman.
Snowman.
No. it
Okay,
is a
tummy.
person with a
duck. No, snowman.
a wheelbarrow. That's a car.
No, raining
That's a
car.
Person pushing a car.
Snowmobile. No.
Person, a golf cart. No, with a chicken. What is that?
It's a person.
That is a
Yeah, okay.
bathtub.
A penguin in a car.
It is
No.
a. What is that?
Marshmallow
person
Man.
driving the car.
Yeah. Family. Baby.
Pram.
Baby.
It's a-
Baby car.
It's a
Baby.
it's a-
Pram.
Someone pushing a pram.
Baby mobile.
Somebody
Baby
pushing
car.
a baby.
Baby.
In a pram. It's a baby driving a
Yeah.
pram. A baby pushing a pram.
Baby driving a car.
Baby.
God, Sean! Oh my God!
I thought I said that before. Baby in a car.
No, you said baby driving a car.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I don't. That was rubbish.
Danced around that for a while.
That was close. That was close.
Flip your pages. Score check. 2 to Seabass and Nat. 1, Shawnee and Nath. This is drawing number 4.
The artwork is an alien at the beach.
Okay, that started. That
Alien.
is Waves going.
An alien
surfing.
ant
That's
farm.
Somebody surfing.
Alien.
No,
Alien umbrella.
it is an alien. Alien
Alien at the
abduction.
beach.
Yes!
Oh.
Come back on the horizon for the boys.
Okay,
It
comes
is
down to
tied
this
up at
one.
2-2.
The aliens go to the
Come on,
beach.
girls.
We don't know, Sean.
Okay.
I'm sure they will. I don't want to probe people that go to beach. It's easy. It's just like a layer of speedo.
Flipping the pages.
Okay, this is all right.
Natasha with a come on
pressure on
girls
this
there in the
one.
background. We heard that. Natasha, the girls ready to go. Pages flipped. Boys, come back here. This is the final drawing.
Should we make a bigger bet here? The person that loses this round, the other person gets to choose a haircut for them. No? Okay.
$1,000 is a lot on the line. And this is the final drawing.
The masterpiece is a unicorn on a trampoline.
That is a
Party hat. Unicorn. Use your horn.
Unicorn.
Unicorn. Under a tree. In a farm. Under a tree. Under shade. Unicorn.
on a trampoline.
Looking up.
Unicorn on a trampoline. Is that it?
The girls have done it. The girls have held on. Well done, Nat and Seabass.
Well,
I heard something. I heard a unicorn up a tree.
I didn't hear the last bit.
I heard up a tree.
Yeah.
Tash, you've scored $1,000 cash.
Oh, well done,
It's a
girl.
tremendous-
Celebrate the West Australian Pulse now on at Art Gallery of WA. All yours. That's high pressure.
Victory dance. It's disrespectful.
I know. When
now
you
she's
win, you
thrusting
win.
her vagina at me. This is too much. I don't know what to do with that.
Read the instructions.
We're doing it again tomorrow, everybody. I know. It's a triumph.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Mother's Day for everybody yesterday, so we all made sure that our mothers got gifts along the journey, I'm sure.
Did you treat your wife properly?
Properly.
Did you let her in the house?
Yes.
Good. Well, there you go.
Megan wasn't keen on having breakfast made for her, which I would have liked to have done. She wasn't keen on that at all. But she was keen on getting out and she likes to play games and getting everybody involved.
Family activities.
Family
where you're
activities.
Playing a game and somebody is declared
And
the
there's
winner.
like board games
she's big on
and the lawn games. She's other lawn games.
She loves it. No, you know that.
Wine in her hand.
Yeah. And the board games were Friday night, but Sunday, Megan had booked for us to go and play putt-putt together. So after Sonny had played footy and just after 1 o'clock, we went to Point Wilder where there's an 18-hole little putt-putt course.
Yeah, nice.
Great.
And it was so busy. There were so many people around doing the
Putt-putting
same
with
thing.
Mum.
Yeah, doing the thing with Mum. Anyway, the one thing about us when we played putt-putt, which we do regularly, particularly if we're down south, is that most of the time I win, and I'm pretty happy about
because you're the
that.
best at
Actually,
it.
I try to play really cool.
Yeah.
And like it's not a big deal.
But your family needs to be reminded about who's at the top and why they all
It's
should
a definite
enjoy it.
pecking order.
Yeah,
I get that.
So when we started off, the first hole was okay, and a couple of the boys were really good. They're getting to that age where they're going to take me down.
Yeah.
You have to start mess with their personal lives. I've got to tell you how.
Thank you, Nathan. But after the second hole, I actually had a 10. It was one of those holes that has a bit of a bump before the hole itself. So I wasn't able to get the ball up
Everybody
over the
else
ridge.
seemed to do it.
Oh, they did, Nat, over and over. And then I hit it too far where it went over the back and then it went into the water.
That's
so
I
had a 10. I completely lost it. And from that point onwards, I think I might have had a 6 at some stage. And all that happened from then on for the next probably 17 holes is my wife would tell everybody that could listen that Sean is coming last.
So every hole she was throwing you in it.
So she delighted in the fact that she could tell everybody that you're coming last out of the whole family.
Yep.
With every person she encounters.
Insane. And see the joy on her face.
A lot of joy.
What a gift. That was
The
better than
joy,
anything
the
you could
spark
have
in her
bought her.
eyes. She's so excited. Like, if she thinks that about that, gosh, she must wish real misery on you.
Yeah, I don't think she likes me too much. Anyway, so we get to the end, and there was a couple of holes where she's saying, "Oh, Dad's coming back, Sean's coming back," and
Everyone get
so far
a load of
behind.
this loser.
And then when she did the marking and she wrote down all the scores, I come last.
Out of the whole
Out of the
family?
whole family, I come last. Sonny came second, which is amazing. And Ollie, anyway. That said, she was running around telling everyone again. There was a family that we knew. They were in front of us, and she was, I didn't get my phone out fast enough to be able to record it because you wouldn't have believed
This is
it.
the
But
thing,
she was
though.
so happy that I come last.
Is that a generational thing? Because I do believe that, probably maybe our generation was the last of it. I might be wrong. Where you love the person you're with, but also you want to point out how shit they are.
Welcome to the show, Ross.
Morning. Are you getting joy
No,
from
Ross,
that?
you've only been married a few years.
Yes.
Very, very fresh, really. You're very much in love with your beautiful
Yeah,
wife.
we love each other a lot, but she definitely celebrates in my misfortunes. I can very much relate to this, Shawnee, because you know when you fun hurt yourself, right? So this happens regularly. So like maybe I'm walking around the wooden bed and you
kick
smack
your-
your shin,
Right.
smack your shin. Bella will be tickled pink that I'm in pain, and she'll say stuff like, "Oh, I needed that today, thank you."
and you know what it is? And it wouldn't be a stranger. If she wouldn't want to see a stranger, she likes to see you be hurt.
Oh, yes.
Stub my toe really bad. She'll go, "Thank you, Jesus."
What about like if you stand up and the cupboard's open and you whack your head on the corridor? Loves it?
Makes a day.
Because there are couples out there, say if that was to happen to their partner, they'll go, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And there's care and empathy just poured onto the situation.
I reckon once it hits a point in the relationship, there's like, "I care, are you all right?" And then there's,
Oh my God.
got owned.
I've got a video actually. We should put it up there. It was from Christmas a couple of years ago. We were down south and Dad had all the beers and we're in a veranda area, and then Dad actually misstepped because he was going over to feed a bird. Very wholesome.
Of course.
Margaret River, and he goes over to feed a bird and he missteps and he falls off the veranda into the garden and hits all these rocks. My mum cannot breathe. She's laughing so much. And I'm the one that ran to his aid. And she was, and then later on she was telling the story, she was pissing herself. And
Genuine
until to this
delight.
day, she will stop breathing because she's laughing so much.
It hits something primitive in your wife
Yeah.
when you injure yourself.
Oh, imagine that. Then imagine if that was to wipe him out. Imagine how much at the funeral. Jump him in the hole!
We want to talk to people that love their partner, but
Yeah, but
they just
you're-
absolutely love it when some misfortune befalls them.
You love
Whether
your
they
partner,
come
but you
last-
love their demise just as much.
If they come last in the family competition or they just genuinely hurt themselves right in front of you, and you have never been happier. Or if your partner is one of these, you know,
Yeah,
other,
lay it
other
out
side
there.
of the equation.
Tell us the story.
Courtney and Baldivis. Morning, Courts.
Morning, how are you?
Great,
Good,
great.
Courtney.
Let's talk about you. Is this your partner?
It is.
How long have you been with your partner for?
We've been married almost 3 years.
Okay,
Been
all right.
together for 8.
Okay.
All right, talk to us.
So he's done the right thing. We're out the front and he's playing tennis with the kids. He's in his slippers for starters, which that should have been the first indication. He's gone to run for the ball and he's gone up the curb.
Yeah.
His mind's obviously gone, yep, I can do it, and his ankle said, no, you can't.
Jesus.
He rolled it on the curb and he went down, and I thought it was the funniest thing. I mean, fits of laughter almost doubled over until he doesn't move.
Oh, then
And
you
then
feel bad,
she keeps
right?
on laughing, and what?
And I started sweating at this point. I went, oh no, I'm a terrible wife. We ended up going to hospital.
Yeah.
He was in a moon boot for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And off work for 6 weeks because he tore his ligaments and fractured his ankle.
So,
that's not fun.
how does he remember this traumatic experience? Does he remember his wife laughing her head off at him while he's in pain on the ground?
Oh, you're cutting out there, Court.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting around playing road tennis, Nath.
Yeah.
As you know, road tennis.
Very dangerous.
And
Very
in
dangerous.
slippers.
On the road.
I know the slippers. I mean, literally, you slip in them. It's
you have
in the
slippers?
name.
No.
No.
I have Uggies.
Slippers.
No, of course you do. Thank you, Courtney. Let's go to Ash in High Wycombe. Morning, Ash.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good,
Good,
Ash.
Ash.
Ash, you sound like a nice guy. You wouldn't really revel in your partner's misfortune, would you?
I just want to say I love my wife.
Of course, you know what? We all love your
I
wife.
hear a big butt coming.
We were at Optus Stadium for the footy last year, and we were walking to our seat, and she wasn't paying attention. Like, she was on her phone, pretty much walking down the stairs.
So it's her own fault.
Yeah.
Oh, completely. But she's got a terrible sense of balance.
Oh, well.
So it's pretty much 3 steps down, and she face planted and pretty much slid the whole sort of row of seats
At
down
the
to the floor.
football.
In front of
And
everybody.
Did everyone look? Oh no.
Yeah, it was at quarter time, so
Oh.
everybody's in their seats,
Oh,
just
yeah.
gasping, and she wasn't hurt, thankfully. Everything was fine, but I couldn't breathe. It was one of the funniest things I've seen.
So, do you remember taking a little bit of a snapshot around about other people's reactions? Were people in shock? Were the men laughing? Were the women upset?
Oh, it's just a collective gasp. Everybody was, but
Yeah.
it was just the sound she made. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard. But
So was there a point, Ash, at which you thought you should jump up and go and help her, or did you just...
He couldn't. He was laughing too much. Couldn't breathe.
100%. When everybody else started helping her up, I thought it was probably a good time to get up and see if she was okay. But
So, how many people went to help her up? Was it most of the stand, and then you went to help?
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, she was fine. So it's good.
I think they're the healthiest relationships. You know why? Because I believe everything else. It's all lies. If your partner, if you've been with them for a while, you've collected just little things that annoy you about them, and this is where you release it.
Yeah, that is
Because
true.
you know they're not dead.
That's true.
No, but you don't know until you pick them up. Do you know what I mean?
That's the awkward part when you pick her up and her arm stays on the ground.
Yeah, that's right. So it's like the laughing before you know that she's okay.
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah. Sean, I just showed you the video
cause
of
for
Mum
concern.
and Dad when Dad fell off the veranda feeding the baby
Oh, your mum's
magpies.
pissing herself.
Yeah, we'll put that up in there. That should be a model for everyone's relationship. 'Cause, they're going to be together forever because at that stage,
No one
you're
else
both
will have
horrible
them.
people. No one wants either of you.
That's the only solution.
Yeah,
is
that's
to
it. It's just
keep them
living life.
together.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hey, you know the coolest guy in our whole team is Ross?
Oh.
Did anyone else?
I've got half a smile there.
What-
Yeah.
Wait.
Why?
Second cue, and-
I genuinely thought you were going to talk about Sam then, and so did Sam.
Sorry,
I was like,
Sam.
Sam.
Well, Sam got to
How
get the
cool is
microphone
Sam?
then.
Did you see my eyes light up there, Nat?
Yeah,
And
he
then my
went
little
live on
heartbroken.
Instagram last night, and you didn't even talk
You know
about
what?
it.
We're not,
No,
you know what? We won't even talk about that. We'll talk about it another time because he's not as cool as Ross.
That's
What did I-
not cool, no.
Why am I cool, Shawnee?
Because I walked into the toilet and Ross is wearing his sunnies whilst he's having a wee.
Oh, have you seen what else is? It's so cool. He has a doodle tong. So he doesn't touch it. He's got his little tongue. So a very big tongue.
Yeah.
And he Pete
Helps,
tongues it. He
it helps
tongues
to
it.
shake it. Thank you, Shawnee. I came from outside. That's why I was wearing my sunnies.
You what from outside?
No, to do that though, you've got to get into the lift.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that-
still have
yeah.
them on.
No,
Still have your sunnies on.
It's nice to wear.
How shiny is that thing?
Yeah. Just quickly, I'm going to change the subject. Mother's Day yesterday.
why?
From buck penises.
From
Break
Shiny
again.
Willies, yes. Mother's Day yesterday. I had to read you this. Ollie wrote a Mother's Day card. You know how?
Oh, my favourite.
Yeah,
Keep
in
going.
pre-primary, they give the teachers write this. You need to write
Yes.
know that because they write a sentence and then they got to fill out the blank, right?
Yes.
And they'll ask Ollie, "What do we put here?"
Yep.
So,
Dear Mummy, the school fees are due.
yeah, that kind of stuff as well. All right, so this is one Bella got from our 5-year-old. My mum is, Ollie wrote, 56 years old.
I love it. Ow.
My mum's job is to clean the dishes.
Oh, not wrong. Yeah.
My mum always says, eat your food.
Wow.
Yes.
Which is true. And the best bit on the actual card, he wrote, Mum, I love you today more than... He really likes colossal squids. He goes, I love you today more than colossal squids.
Oh.
But only today.
Only today.
Caveat.
Yeah.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.